I'm Matt Towery in a relatively darkened Insider Advantage Internet News Agency Southern Political Report studio in our headquarters. We are getting ready for coverage tonight. It will be live streaming coverage of the election as we look at the returns not only in the southern states but all the returns across the nation. I will be here to start off our coverage with Aileen Page, and of course I'll leave to join the ABC affiliate in Atlanta, and Aileen will take us through the rest of the evening. I'll be joining her by phone. Now, let's get right down to what's taking place. We are beginning to see, we saw last night, the beginnings of a trend. Whether this trend will hold or not, it's hard to say because we came out of a weekend, which was a Super Bowl weekend. It's very hard to poll and create trends. But last night, in several southern states, we began to see those who were undecided, or some who had been decided, begin to shift their vote towards Mike Huckabee. Both in Georgia and Alabama, we saw a significant shift towards Huckabee. Whether this was a one-night wonder or not is hard to say. The issue here are several things. Phone calls and support have gone out from Right to Life in favor of Huckabee. That may be having some effect among Republicans. Secondly, the battle between McCain and Romney may be leading to a default candidate in Mike Huckabee. We don't show Huckabee winning in Georgia, but we show him moving up very quickly and doing damage to Romney. In Alabama, we actually showed last night Huckabee taking command of the race. Now that may be an anomaly and we may be way off, but if nothing else, two neighboring southern states, both showing a massive surge very quickly for a candidate who in the last week or so really was not showing up in the polls, and that's Mike Huckabee. What effect does it have? Well, it may deprive John McCain of winning Georgia and Alabama, two states that he was expected to win. The second effect it might have is McCain may win, but it may take chunks out of Mitt Romney and his chance of trying to take Georgia, which was a critical state for him where he's been campaigning. The last opportunity is we're totally wrong. It's entirely possible. Let me close by saying this about polling this season. We have been blessed by being fairly accurate in the polls. But I can tell you today, as we go into this evening's polling, this is the least confident I have been in polling since I have been in this business and since this company began. Why? Turnouts are absolutely off the chain. Secondly, we have some Republicans who say they're voting in the Democratic primary for Barack Obama because they think Barack Obama is the candidate the Republicans can defeat. When you have that sort of shenanigans going on, it's very hard to get a handle on who actually is turning out to vote. But we know this, America is turning out in record numbers all over this country, usually more in Democratic primaries than in Republican primaries. This is going to be a historic night. This is a historic election. Join us this evening, around 7 o'clock this evening, as we begin our live streaming coverage of Election 2000, Tsunami Tuesday, and where we go from here. I'm Matt Towery for Insider Advantage, the Southern Political Report, and the Internet News Agency. Thank you, and we'll have updates later in the day.